Hello and welcome to the Montopia demo video. Montopia is a parent education solution designed to help Montessori schools document learning and communicate it meaningfully to parents. Are you ready to get started? Before we begin, here is a brief overview of the 3 platforms we will be going over today. 1. The Montopia web portal. 2. The Montopia teacher app. And 3. The Montopia parent app. While the web portal and teacher app have many overlapping features, each provides a distinct interface that we'll briefly review together. Then, we will take a look at how our sent lessons look on the parent app. Starting off with the web portal, feel free to navigate to montopia.ymontessori.com to log in and follow along. Your account login will be the same credentials for the app as well. Upon logging in, our first view will be our presentations, or lessons. Montopia provides a holistic list of AMI or AMS lessons to preload into your classroom as set by your school admin. From here, you can choose to add a new lesson to your classroom like so. Clicking into this box, we'll see that we can add all sorts of information, including purpose, material photo, etc., and click OK to save, or X to cancel. This feature is unique to the web portal. Any lesson not used within your classroom may also be archived like so. Select it here and archive. Any archived lessons that you want to bring back into the classroom can be found in the archive bin, which you can restore like so. Operation is completed and you can exit out. If you have some customizations to be made to a lesson, you may edit an existing lesson like so, changing the presentation name, material, etc., all within this window. Click OK to save any changes, or X to exit out. In the next page, you may find your children in your classroom, and their details can be managed both within the web portal or within the app. Any student who moves out of your classroom can be archived just like a lesson. Select Archive, OK. A student who moves back into your classroom can be restored from the archive bin. Again, just like a lesson can be. Restored and exit out of the archive bin when done. This allows you to retain their records to be sent out to their parent, their new school, their new classroom, etc. Any new students moving into your classroom can also be quickly added with the Add button. Just like a lesson, use this window to add all of their information, invite a parent, and OK to save. Lastly, we'll be going over the Learning Summary page. Here, you can track what lessons have been taught to your students by marking them as complete, like so. Select the Edit button, and let's say Sam has completed these first 3 lessons. Once done, we can save our progress by selecting that pencil icon again. Be sure to click this pencil icon again, or else your changes may not be saved when moving on to another page. Any lessons sent to the Montopia app will have one of these 3 statuses: an orange circle indicating it has been shared with parents but not yet opened by them, a half green circle indicating the parents have opened the lesson but not yet completed the learning, and finally, a full green circle meaning that the parent has opened the lesson and completed the learning about it. We'll learn more about what a completed lesson looks like later in the demo when looking at the parent app. You may have noticed our report card page. Many of the teachers we have worked with found that it can take up to an hour per student or more to manually write up and generate their custom report cards and progress reports. With your record keeping in the Montopia web portal and app, our platform will summarize the lessons and progress into an automatically generated report card, only needing a few minutes of your time per child to complete. To learn more about generating report cards like these, please feel free to reach out to us for more information. And now, it's your turn. Go ahead and edit or add one of your favorite lessons, add a student named Demo Child to your classroom. We'll practice archiving this child later on the app. And, for any student, mark their most recent lesson as complete. Pause the video when you're ready, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to other teachers or to us. And with that, congrats on making it through the web portal demo. Here's a quick recap on what we've discussed, and now it's time for us to try out the Montopia Teacher app. If you haven't already, go ahead and download it now from the App Store or Google Play. Upon logging in, you will first be greeted with our homepage. Here you can find icons for all your students. Just like the portal, you can add a new student with this Add button, but be sure to toggle on the parent invite to ensure that the parent information added gets sent an invitation. Going back to the homepage, you can also toggle actions to select and archive a student, say Austin, who is no longer in the classroom. And navigating to the archive bin in your actions, we can then restore Austin by swiping and restoring. See how Austin is now back in our classroom. Taking off the actions toggle, we can click on a student's icon to edit their profile, adding or updating new information, and we can view all the communications that their parents have received. On the home page, any student who has received a communication this week will have a check mark by their icon. Any students without a lesson for over a week will be listed down below. Now, how do we send out a lesson or communication? Clicking on to the central plus icon down at the bottom middle, we can send out a learning communication or care communication to parents. Starting off with a learning communication, this is where we can send out a photo or video to the parents of one or more children. We can select the camera icon here to take a live photo, or this image gallery button here to upload new images or videos. For instance, uploading this video of two children here, I can then have this photo selected for a shared lesson sent out to the parents of Austin and Bea. Let's say this lesson was about sewing. We can click this little arrow button to access all our lessons, or we can simply type in sewing here. Once selected, we can add an optional comment about the lesson. They enjoyed this lesson. And if we're uploading, say, later in the week, we can change the date here. Once completed, we can submit this, and on our home page, Austin and Bea will have that lovely check mark we mentioned earlier. Now, not every communication needs to have a photo or video, but it is recommended so that parents are encouraged to engage with the content. Similarly, not every lesson needs to be sent out. Like we showed on the web portal, we'll also show you how to track complete lessons on the app. For now, let's switch gears into the care communications. For those of you teaching infant or toddler classes, here's where you can send out communications for bottle feeding in ounces, amount of food eaten, nap time, recording the start or the end. Again, time will use your current time, but you can adjust it if you're recording this later. Diaper change, toileting stats, medication needs, incident report, and of course, this could apply to one or more children. And finally, needs from the parent. Let's say we needed 5 diapers from them for the week because we've run out. You can select it up to 5 and reset it with that 6th click. Or pants, underwears, etc. Again, max being 5. And on that 6th click, it resets. Once sent, communications will appear on a parent's feed with other learning communications, and needs will be of the highest priority on a parent's feed. Exiting out of here, now let's ask the question of how can we manage lessons and track all complete lessons. Recall in the web portal, we could go to Learning Planning and check off lessons there. Navigating to the lesson page in the app, we can see all the lessons we have here. Here you can then click onto a specific lesson, view its contents, but notice that we cannot edit them. We can, however, give it an alias name. Let's say we refer to brushing hair as comb and brush usage. Clicking this pencil icon will save this alias name, and now that is what we'll see on our lesson page. We can also restore the original name by deleting, and it's back to its original name of brushing hair. Lessons, as you may have just seen, can also be archived, and navigating to our usual archive bin, we can then swipe and restore. Notice how I am swiping to the left, swiping to the left to access these options, and swiping to the right to hiding these options. To mark a lesson as complete for a specific student, let's say navigating to Charlotte here, click on their icon and then check it off. If a lesson has already been sent out to parents, we'll automatically see a gray check mark here. So, Austin and Bea, if we search up sewing, gray check mark. And remember those 3 status icons: orange circle, half green circle, full green circle. We'll see these here to again track parent engagement. These will be recurring in both the web portal and the app. The app can also be used to plan lessons ahead of time, simply by selecting a student, like how we've selected Bea, swiping on a lesson, and planning it. Once we've planned a couple of lessons, you'll see this P icon indicating that it is planned for the future. Clicking on to lesson planning, we can then see all of our planned lessons, and we can send an email with these contents to print out, or copy it and open it in our web browser to then print out. Only lessons manually checked off can be unchecked. If a lesson you planned for next week was accidentally sent out already, let's navigate to our feed to then recall it. Now these communications have been removed. The lesson will be unchecked, going on to Bea again. Sewing is gone, no more check mark, and Austin and Bea no longer have that check mark indicating that they have a communication for that week. Navigating back to our feed page, this is not only used to recall lessons, but we can see here the number of total lessons sent, the open rate, and the exact number of lessons opened by parents. This is a way for you to track your parent engagement, but parents cannot see this information, only the communication sent out on our central plus icon here, so learning and care. On your feed, or in the student's individual feed when you click on their icon, you can click follow up to send a follow-up on a previously taught lesson that a child has returned to. So we can say, Austin loved this lesson and returned to it this week. Sending out lessons through the plus icon will automatically send it out as a follow-up if it's been sent out in the past before. So if we sent out sewing twice for Austin, that second one is automatically a follow-up. You don't have to keep exact track of that. And look here, those status icons. Austin's parent has fully viewed this one, and Evelyn's parent has not yet checked on this. Lastly, one of our newest features is this video tab here. The app offers our Montessori Explained video library, which can be sent out to parents as well, under Select Montessori Explained videos. Here we have 1 to 2 minute quick videos of explainers on common Montessori misconceptions, ideas, and more. These videos can then be sent out as an additional attachment to a lesson, just like how we attached a video earlier, or a picture. Let's say why Montessori classrooms are so quiet, and it can also be sent out as a standalone communication to parents. So now Charlotte's parent has received a video, And it's not tied into any lesson, and this is something that you can watch to learn more. To view the video library yourself, again, in this page, you can click and watch. Once it loads, of course. And now, it is your turn again. Go ahead and rename a favorite lesson of yours with an alias name. If you've added a demo child earlier, go ahead and archive this child from your classroom. Lastly, for any student, mark their most recent lesson as complete. Pause this video when you're ready, and if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out to other teachers or again to us. And with that, you are finally done with the Montopia Teacher App demo. Here's a quick recap on the 5 main features that we learned, and of course, feel free to rewind or refer to this video resource if you ever need help in the future, or reach out to our customer success team. And finally, to wrap up this demo video, let's now take a look at the Montopia Parent app. No need for you to download this at all, but know that it's available on both the App Store and on Google Play. When parents first log into their Montopia Parent app, they are first greeted with their homepage, their equivalent feed page of all your lessons and updates. Here they can switch between their children. We have Mia and Jackson, and if there's any unread lessons and updates, they are informed of that immediately. Notice how some of these pictures are partially unblurred. That means that the parent has started the lesson learning, but has not gone through it fully. So as we go through as a parent, more and more of the image is revealed. Let's say we put this, and then we put this. Now we have finished the quiz, and we can send a thank you message to our teacher. And finally, download that picture. It's now fully unblurred. For this lesson about addition stripboard supports, as we go through, we can get a question wrong. Let's say it's to develop coordination, and it corrects us. It should have been B and D. And we go through once again, revealing more and more of that image. As we unlock more and more lessons, we have more lessons under Home Fun. So these are home activities that parents can choose to do with their child, or even spin this wheel for a random one. So we got twisty friendship bracelets. All these home activities are Montessori-aligned, and if they want to learn more about the specific lesson that they just looked into, they can click it here. So fabrics, we can now see it formally in one page. Resources are coming soon. They won't get anything there yet, but they can watch the Montessori Explained videos sent directly to them.
Sensitive periods in Montessori.
And again, anything that hasn't been read will be unblurred once completed. And now we have 5 unread lessons and updates remaining for Jackson. Wrapping up the parent demo, you may have noticed the attendance button in the top right corner. This allows parents to self-check-in, check-out by scanning a QR code or manually online for attendance purposes. On the teacher app, same thing, you can manually check in or check out a student for attendance record keeping. This optional feature requires reaching out to us for a more in-depth tutorial. If you're interested in managing your attendance through Montopia, please reach out to us ASAP, and we're more than happy to help you get this set up. If there are any other things about the parent-sided app that you'd like to explore further, again, please feel free to reach out, and we're more than happy to help you. And with that, thank you so much for watching through the Montopia web portal, teacher app, and parent app demo. If you have any questions, please feel free again to reach out to us through email or by looking on our Montopia webpage, listed here once again for you. Have a great rest of your day.